Hey guys, today we have a match from the official Brawl Stars monthly qualifiers against pretty good players. I have a lot more matches and sets recorded for monthly qualifiers against some very good teams, so let me know any suggestions you have for this style of content before I post those. The format of the tournament is a best of 3 sets, each set on a different map, and each set is a best of 3 games, just like any Power League or ranked match. The first match is Brawl on Beach Ball. Pretty new map. We didn't know a lot of draft for it. We banned Larry, Nita, and Rosa. I do like those bans. I don't really remember what they banned on all the other ones. Unfortunately, there's no way for me to look back and see, but it's not super important. But all I know is they didn't ban Angelo, which is pretty crazy. I guess they thought it was a close range map or something, but we first picked it anyway. They responded with Max and Amber, which are two good brawlers, but it's not insane into the Angelo. Max is good, it has good pressure, but the Amber isn't good into the Angelo at all. They also didn't ban Sandy, which is another very interesting draft choice, and because of that, we can just very easily take the Sandy, and we paired it with the Griff, which is kind of weird to pick it Griff and Sandy because Griff goes for wall breaks and Sandy isn't great with that, but like we really just wanted it because we have Angelo, and if we break it open, it's pretty free, and I kind of like the Griff into the Amber matchup because you can just like slightly outrange it and the super kind of cooks. They have last pick. I don't know why they went roughs, but they did. It's not great into the Sandy. The wall break's just going to help the Angelo. It's pretty good into Griff, but I don't really see it. The buffs are going to be good, but they've got to survive long enough to get their supers for that. Game 1, we're going to send Sandy right. It's definitely the best lane for her. We're going to get a break as quick as possible. Doodle is AFK. I don't know about that. And that just gives us a free push-up. As soon as I break that wall, it's going to be much harder for them. We're running Pierce Gadget. No real reason to run Jump. They don't have anything too aggressive other than the Max, and we can always just support the Angelo. At this point, it's pretty much a free goal, nothing they can do. We've got supers. We've got the wall break set up. Definitely a very bad spot for them. The perfect start we could have had. I'm just going to break this because there's a lot of people think you should just not break your walls, but when you want an open map, there's really no walls you shouldn't break, except for maybe the one in front of your goal. But even then, it could get some value because they can't spawn trap you. But yeah, the super is going to be nice. The sandbags don't do anything against me, and we have Angelo Pierce anyway. I think they should have gone the Meteor one. It's not great, but the sandbags are going to do absolutely nothing except for if Angelo runs out of gadgets. Once we have Sandy super, it's pretty much over. We have a missed gadget, but it's fine. Once we can push up, it's pretty much over. We get the Sandy super off, a crazy Pierce shot all the way through their goal, and then I can full focus with super. Easy goal, really easy game 1. Moving on to game 2. We're not really going to change anything. They're not going to let me push up this time. They do send Amber through the mid, which lets them get control a lot easier, and once Sandy is stuck, it's not great for them. But I don't know, I really think they need to pressure me from breaking that wall down because they have it. It's a lot more better for them. Then Nate gets a good attack over on the Amber. I sacrificed here to get the wall break. I don't really think it was worth it. Ruffs wasn't using it too much. I think it helps at some point, but Ruffs still outranges me. It's not the best matchup for me. I think I kind of get cooked. I don't know why they're letting Sandy push up into Amber. If you hold the outrange in that matchup, there's not much Sandy can do there. I'm not on speed gear. It's kind of lost. The reload gear Griff's a little criminal. But we can push up once we get one Sandy super. I really think the Amber should not have given Sandy super ever. That is a good matchup for them. But we can just get free stuns, get the kill. We have full control now, 3v2. He gets a hit as well. Once we have super 2 hits, they can't heal anymore. And obviously Sandy is so broken with the gadget. Insta goal, triple stun, nothing they can do. And we have hypercharge. Game is pretty much over at this point. There's nothing they can do. You get the hypercharge down. Just so much pressure. I'm going to wait a little bit here, and they have to go all the way back because they wasted all their ammo checking. Another triple stun goal. Sandy's way too broken. I don't think you can ever let us get Sandy Angelo. That's insane. 0-1 healing stat. The second map is Kaboom Canyon, and of course we have first pick again because we always get first pick, which isn't really a disadvantage, but we're definitely better with drafting on second pick, so it's annoying that we always get first pick, but it's fine. We had pretty awful bans because we're not great at banning first pick, and also pretty much all the maps were new at the time. I said the earlier one was new, like not new to like the game. This one's been around for a while, but it hasn't been in competitive for pretty much, I don't know, like 6 months maybe. I think we banned like Piper, Colette, and Chuck. Colette and Piper's insane, bro. Piper's fine. Colette is crazy to ban because it's such a good first pick. Don't know why we banned that. We don't like drafting around the Chuck. It is a good first pick sometimes, but we don't like drafting around it, so I'm fine with banning that. But I have no clue why we banned Colette. We first picked Nani, which is insane. That's a horrible first pick, especially with like Piper banned and stuff. They're just not going to go those brawlers. They took Byron Max, which full counters us and sets them up for a really good aggressive game like a Carl, a Daryl, something like that. For some reason, we see that and we take Colt, which is not a great pick. I think we took it for entry to mid, but I don't know. We did go 8-bit, which I do kind of like. I think it's decent into the Byron. Byron doesn't have a ton of DPS. I do like it into the max for the most part. And we thought if they're going to go Carl or something like that, the 8-bit DPS is helpful. They go Carl anyway, and it was definitely a very good pick, and we did not prepare enough for it. Game 1, we're going to send Nani left, although I think we should have sent Nani right, because we don't want the Colt on the side where they've got the bushes. I mean, I guess we go for the wall break. That could be nice, but it's definitely going to be harder for Colt to scout a bush than Nani. Carl, of course, gadgets in mid. They get insta control. Carl should definitely be dead here. I don't know where I'm going. Going on a journey to the wrong side of the map. Miss super, and I don't know why I put my 8-bit super there. I should have at least put it behind the safe. Even with 2 people versus 3 people, they still have so much control with the Byron. The Byron's also tapping us pretty hard. I don't know. This is not a good draft at all. I think we 100% just lost off draft. I think if we get one good push, we have a very good chance, but like we're just going to be spawn trapped the whole time because of Byron. And Nani into Max is awful. Nani into Byron's not great, and Nani into Carl is awful. I don't know why you would ever first pick Nani, to be honest. You only really pick it if they've got like maybe like a Colette, a Byron. Not a Byron, I mean a Piper. Definitely not the Byron. I don't know if he's on TP or not, but we should not be hitting the safe with the Nani supers. If we get into the top left, maybe it does something. But at the same time, Carl's good for pitching out on the left side, so 8-bit just missing shots. I don't know. I wasn't playing great, but also it's kind of hard to hit shots on the Carl with speed gear in the bush and the Max as well. The hypercharge didn't really work out for us. I mean, it did get some kills and some decent pressure. I think I should have been more aggressive at that point, and I think Colt should have been less aggressive, so I think we were both wrong there. Yeah, this is not a fun matchup for the Nani. They don't really have too much at this point, but it's not really about that because we can basically never push up. Here's where they're going to start getting some more damage, playing more aggressive. We get the double kill. Like, surely at this point, we do really good. But instead, we get Carl in our spawn. At least Nani goes up. I play over aggressive here. I just really wanted some safe damage. I thought I could get the super down, but they sort of focused me and left the Nani, which was very smart. At this point, I don't know. It feels like a very winning position because we have control, but somehow Byron gets the super. Also, I just feed. I don't know. I get the super over there, but they just have the respawn cycle. 50 versus 50. We're thinking maybe we can get the tie here. If he full pushes the Carl, stops him from getting it. Byron gets, like, that's crazy. Match over is happening right as that hits it. I sort of disagree, but I do think we lost draft anyway. They definitely deserve to win that one. Game 2 did not go as close as Game 1. I'm sorry for the spoiler, but it was just not good at all. At least Game 1, even with the losing draft, we managed to hold it a little bit. That's where like the 8-bit Colt Nani comes in. We do have a lot of DPS if we get on safe 1. We can get that 50% really quickly, but that's if we can get on safe, which I don't think we do at all this game. Once they have the Byron in the control spot, it's just so hard to get him out. Also, like, Max is just really good. The dash, like, once she's in there, they can just play aggressive on us, get the taps. 2 Byron in, but to fully heal her while she's shooting our safe down is kind of stupid. Colt is going all the way up, which is kind of interesting. I think we should root him out first, because if we don't have control, we're not really going to get anything. But I'm doing absolutely nothing. I'm just sitting around. Super on the safe is never a position you want to be in. I don't think I have anywhere else to put it, but, like, Carl's just going to hit both of it at once. It takes so much effort. Like, you have to use the super and all that stuff just to get the max out of the thing. There's nothing you can really do there. We have that. I think it's the TP on left side. I think it's better to TP on the right side, but also it might be harder to get over there. If that should have been a kill, I think, but it's very hard. It's definitely a losing matchup for him. I feel bad. We stuck him on the absolute worst pick of all time. There's not much he can do. He's not playing bad, but when you have Nani into Byron, Max, Carl on Kaboom Canyon, you're destined to have a horrible game. I missed 2 shots, I think, in a row, or only hit 1 bullet and let Byron full survive. I mean, at this point, full control with max super, I think it's over. 2 missed shots on the 1 HP Carl. I don't really think it matters. We definitely lost off draft here. I mean, you can win losing drafts, like we almost won game 1, but I don't think it was that winnable. This is definitely a very bad losing draft. Like, even if we get up, but Byron just has so much control. This was before we knew Byron was super good. Like, we knew he was good, like in knockout, gem grab, and bounty, and those types of modes. But honestly, at this point, Byron is like good on basically every single mode in the game, except for maybe a close range brawl ball. But even then, he's still strong. So we were kind of lost on the draft. Final set, open business, hot zone. Another newer map to the pool. I mean, at this point, it's not new, but back then it was. Like, I think 2 weeks old, maybe. I know most of the maps in the pool were new, but I would have liked for at least one map, like Shooting Star or something like that, that we've at least played before. And, of course, we have first pick again, which is not great for hot zone. I think we banned, like, I don't know, maybe the Larry. I think we fear banned the Max on Tosu because just in like scrims and against us, he's super good at Max, and it's definitely a good pick on this map. And we didn't really have anyone super good at Max. I can play it, but it's not like my favorite brawler, so we just banned it because we weren't going to take it. No clue they banned. Probably the broken brawlers, Angelo, Melody, Sandy, maybe. We first picked Jesse. Great first pick. Super good control. If you get control once, you can pretty much win with the hypercharge. One of the best brawlers in the game. It's safe. I don't know. They went Pam. I don't know. I'm not a big fan of the Pam pick into the Jesse. I think it feeds the supers pretty easy, and they get a lot of bounce value off the super. Amber is pretty good, at least at taking the turret out, but I do think Jesse wins the base interaction because she outranges like a little bit, and I think she 3 shots even. Maybe with damage gear, she 3 shots. We see that we take Lou, which is kind of a weird pick, but a very good one. I think Nate said to pick that one, which is a very good spot because it's good into the Pam. It outranges the Amber, and it's really hard to push into a Lou. We have like such a good control comp. So because we have a good control comp, we need someone who can at least push and get us the control at the start. So we went Carl. It's obviously hard counters both of their brawlers. We know they have something like a Daryl or a Jackie or a Buzz, but we didn't care that much because, I mean, we have Lou, he counters those brawlers, and even the tanks aren't super good into the Jesse slows, and Carl can always just avoid the tanks on his lane. And they do go Buzz. They did pretty predictable picks, but at the same time, it's probably the better picks. I think it's a pretty even draft, to be honest. Into game 1, lanes don't really matter. We're going to send Jesse mid. We might send Lou like half mid. Nah, we go lane. We get the worst lanes for sure. We want Lou on to Buzz. I don't know. Doodle is a very good player, but the Buzz was a little questionable. Not the pick. The gameplay was something. They do get really early control with the Amber push up. They get the double kill. Things are not looking good. Like, this is where you start to have sort of a bad feeling when you're down 25-0 and a Pam super right away in match point. Like, this is in losers bracket, and we had just beaten a really good team. So to lose to a less good team, I mean, this is still a really good team. It's a pretty even match with us, I think. I mean, it clearly is because we went to the match point. But if we had just beaten such a good team, it would have been sad. So we were just feeling down, but now we have hypercharge. We have full setup. This is definitely like a much better place to be. I think we should have better lanes, but this is where the Carl pick comes in nice. I can always just gadget away from the Buzz. The Buzz perfectly, or exactly unperfectly, times his super to miss and get stunned. So now he has no super, he's hard stuck. We have 2 loose supers on the map. I will say, I don't know if you've seen it yet, but Nate is on like Shield Lou, like the gadget where you take no damage and stand still. So yeah, I mean, to be fair, I think it gets value once, and we didn't really need the other one that much because you're really going for the hypercharge and the control. The stuns don't do that much. I mean, they're helpful. But yeah, I don't know why we're on Cryo Shield Lou. It was an accident, and it actually got value once, so I think it's fine. But yeah, once we get control once, the Jesse pick definitely was the best pick. They never really countered it. The Buzz is good, but if we can focus the Buzz, he can't really get any value. And we win pretty easily. They got all their percentage at the start, and then we're good after that. Game 2, we're not going to really change anything because we already got the worst possible lanes at start. So even if they swap over, yeah, they tried to like predict a swap or something, but they already had gotten the worst lanes anyway last time and we still won. So this time it's even easier. We're already at full control. I can get some bounce value, pinch over on the Buzz. It's really about focusing the Buzz and then getting super value where I can. But yeah, once we have control once, like, that's the thing with the Buzz. If we're not crowded together, we're fine. I use a gadget. I don't know if it's worth it or not. I just didn't want to, like, full die, but I don't know. I don't think I used all the gadgets in the last one. I'm on +4. I have plenty of gadgets. I think Doodles should have definitely gone for me here, other than holding control, because they already have a Pam turret. They're going to be fine on the zone time. But yeah, if he's just not going to kill me, I'll just keep shooting, let my teammate full respawn. Now that the Buzz Super is there, I can just leave. He misses the pull. Tough game, I guess. We get a Jesse turret. That's going to be nice, but Nate gets a ton of value out of the Super. And now that I'm here, I can use my last gadget, get up, confirm the kill. I don't know if it was necessary, but control's more important than anything. Once we get it once, we can pretty much win off that. We're on the better matchups, I'd say. He gets a hypercharge, and the Ice Shield Lou wastes 1 ammo. I think that's the value I was talking about earlier. It didn't even help like the Lou stay alive, but I guess it did waste the ammo, and the Lou is such a good pick, so it makes up for being on the wrong gadget. We got the thumbs down into what I believe is the worst Buzz pull of all time. You could never catch me doing that. I think you definitely could. I've done that a lot. But now we have full control. He's on low HP. Doesn't matter. Hypercharge. Blue Hypercharge is still really good. He's fallen off a lot in the meta. I think all the good brawlers sort of counter him. The Charlies, the Bells, the Jessies, the Sandys, they all kind of counter him. But when there's not those brawlers on the table, it's a very good pick. So I think we won off draft. I think the Buzz could have been played a little better. But overall, we'll take the win. And then I think we moved on to like round 12 of 13. So 2 more rounds to qualify. Thank you for watching the video. Like I said, I have some more matches and sets from this tournament, as well as some other tournaments, and I might try making some brawler guides, and I'll see you in the next one.